Roger, give me that gun run. Right along that back, baby. Aim hot. Clear hot.
Ladies, gents, how's it going? Random Gary here, back with another Gallantry reaction review. I know it's been a while, I'm gonna promise not to apologize, but I've just been extremely busy. I work in the world of business consultancy. In the UK, the lockdown is relaxing all of a sudden, and people want me in the room. Hey, I'm popular, happy days. So it's a good thing. I've also got lots of stuff going on in the background, which I'll hopefully be able to tell you about very soon. And I've also got some medical stuff coming up, so fingers crossed we get the right response here. If you've never been to this channel, I am a British Gallantry recipient. I received the nation's second highest award for Gallantry, one award below the Victoria Cross. And what I do is I react to amazing acts of gallantry, namely from Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, USA. They are the kind of nations that really sing out to me, our closest allies, the people who stand beside us. Today we have a new Medal of Honor recipient. I say new, he's not new, but it is a new award. His name is Colonel Ralph Puckett Jr. I don't think he's very junior. I've got a nice cup of tea here to help me with this little story. Oh dear, that's a little bit hot. We'll set that down for a bit. Hey, way to figure I could handle artillery and I can't handle a hot cup of tea. What's happening in the world? Let's hear Ralph's story. Let's hand it across to the award ceremony. Hope it'll get emotional. Whenever these old boys talk, it makes me emotional.
The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress, March 3rd, 1863, has awarded, in the name of Congress, the Medal of Honor to First Lieutenant Ralph Puckett, Jr., United States Army, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty.
Bless them. I think this is a sign of things to come. He's been handed his walking frame. He's decided that he does not need it, and he's decided to hand it back in a very public kind of showing off. I'll be okay. I can stand here.
First Lieutenant Ralph Puckett, Jr. distinguished himself by acts of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty while serving as the commander, 8th U.S. Army Ranger Company, during the period of 25 November 1950 through 26 November 1950 in Korea. As his unit commenced a daylight attack on Hill 205, the enemy directed mortar, machine gun, and small arms fire against the advancing force.
So, and I don't know if you know this, but in areas of dense kind of vegetation and sparse features, they name the areas by their hilltops, how high they are. So it sounds like it's an assault onto a position 205. And let's be honest, a lot of these troops were completely outnumbered. An assault against an advanced kind of fighting force, well, not an advanced fighting force, but a numerically superior fighting force. It's pretty crazy. Just a couple things that I'm keen to know from you guys here. So I'm seeing these three kind of not chevrons, but bars on his arm. Now, in the UK, it used to be that these denoted that you were wounded in action. It then changed, and some of them were actually good, good conduct stripes. What are these on Colonel Puckett's arm there? I'm seeing this guy over here. He must be a bit of a badass. Is that a gold star or a bronze? Sorry, silver star, isn't it? Silver star or a bronze star there on his chest. It also looks like he's got British parachute wings as well, and multiple of these chevrons. I'm wondering if they're good conduct or wounded in action. Let us know. Put it in the comment section below. Interesting pieces there.
To obtain fire, First Lieutenant Puckett mounted the closest tank, exposing himself to the deadly enemy fire. Leaping from the tank, he shouted words of encouragement to his men and began to lead the Rangers in the attack.
armored vehicles are absolute bullet magnets. You can see them from quite some distance. They also command quite a bit of height and elevation. Therefore, the enemy doesn't really have to expose themselves completely. And what I mean by that is you only have to expose yourself to a certain degree to hit the highest point on that vehicle. So you might not actually be exposed to the rest of the US troops that are on the ground. They're not elevated as high. So actually, it's very easy to take a pop shot at somebody sat on top of an armored vehicle, as I once found out.
Almost immediately, enemy fire threatened the success of the attack by pinning down one platoon. Leaving the safety of his position with full knowledge of the danger, First Lieutenant Puckett intentionally ran across an open area 3 times to draw enemy fire.
So in a fighting kind of patrol in the UK, a platoon would be in and around 30 people. So there was enough fire to pin down an entire platoon. Yet Colonel Puckett, he managed to draw that fire by cutting across open ground on 3 occasions. What was too much for a full platoon was not too much for this man. Incredible.
Thereby allowing the Rangers to locate and destroy the enemy positions and to seize Hill 205.
Wow.
During the night, the enemy launched a counterattack that lasted 4 hours.
Again, he wants to stand. Incredible. Incredible. In case you didn't hear it there, and I paused it, and I feel the need to pause at these kind of pertinent points that they were sustaining a 4-hour attack at nighttime.
Over the course of the counterattack, the Rangers were inspired and motivated by the extraordinary leadership and courageous example exhibited by First Lieutenant Puckett. As a result, 5 human wave attacks by a battalion-strength enemy element were repulsed. During the first attack, First Lieutenant Puckett was wounded by grenade fragments, but refused evacuation and continually directed artillery support that decimated attacking enemy formations.
When you have a battalion coming up against you, and I say when, not that I've ever experienced it, but your only real defense, whenever you've only got the number of troops they had, your only real defense is offensive support. And what I mean by that is mortars, artillery, airstrikes, all of that kind of offensive support weapon systems. You're not. You would have to have an incredibly well-designed defended position with very, very heavy weapon systems and lots of supplies to be able to defend it. And I'm not hearing that they had any of those things. So your only bet is offensive support. And if he's coordinating this all by himself, if he's able to have that situational awareness to prevent the enemy from getting on top, he is incredible. That's why people like me do my job. So in the US military, I'm a 13 Foxtrot, I think it is. I think that's the designated call sign. We can focus on that entirely. If it's him doing it while he's commanding these troops, wow. Wow.
He repeatedly abandoned positions of relative safety to make his way from foxhole to check the company's perimeter and to distribute ammunition amongst the Rangers. When the enemy launched a 6th attack, it became clear to First Lieutenant Puckett that the position was untenable due to the unavailability of supporting artillery fire. During this attack, 2 enemy mortar rounds landed in his foxhole.
So it isn't just a enemy military wave. It sounds like a complex, a planned attack where they've got offensive support weapon systems. They've got multiple lines of attacking forces. What it sounds to me like is they're accepting that they're going to take a number of casualties, but they're going to keep advancing until the point where they just saturate by sheer numbers the defending US troops. 6 sustained waves with enemy offensive fire is there shouldn't be anybody left. There really shouldn't be.
Inflicting grievous wounds which limited his mobility. Knowing his men were in a precarious situation, First Lieutenant Puckett commanded the Rangers to leave him behind and evacuate the area. Feeling a sense of duty to aid him, the Rangers refused the order and staged an effort to retrieve him from the foxhole.
He's leaning forward. He's going on to his tiptoes. I think President Biden's spotted that. I seen him looking back. He's now looking down at his feet.
still under fire from the enemy. Ultimately, the Rangers succeeded in retrieving First Lieutenant Puckett, and they moved to the bottom of the hill, where First Lieutenant Puckett called for devastating artillery fire on the top of the enemy-controlled hill.
I think it would be a privilege to anybody in the world, never mind just the United States, to be able to stand alongside this man and to keep him stood up throughout the citation.
First Lieutenant Puckett's extraordinary heroism and selflessness, above and beyond the call of duty, were in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army.
I'm going to pause that there. What an incredible moment. 50 years after the event. And actually, wow. What is this medal group in here? That's a silver star, isn't it? I can see a bronze star. Is that 2 times? It looks like he's got the clasp and the V for valor on there. Purple heart with multiple... Oh, can somebody link it below what awards this man has, because it looks like he had a ridiculously punchy career, and the fact that this one is sitting alongside there, it makes me think that this is an even more senior award. So what is his background? In fact, I might look at it and text it below. But just for this man to spend 50 years kind of going through his life and then to be awarded this, it kind of blows my mind. That's not how we do the awards in the British military. Sometimes I kind of wish we did, because some of our young lads who have received the VC, they're actually a little bit reluctant. They want to just get on with their lives, and actually if they received it in later life, I think it would be a little bit nicer for them. But this is just incredible, and to be stood there having your commander-in-chief put this around your neck, and I can only speak for what it's like on the British side whenever the Queen pinned my award on me, but it is just humbling. You feel like an absolute $1 million, and I understand completely why he felt the need to stand up on his feet. Oh, God bless him. Congratulations, well done, Captain Puckett. Colonel Puckett. I hope this isn't bringing up too many tough memories. I hope this is an occasion where you can recognize the true act of valor that you portrayed on that day, and accept that, you know what, this is well deserved, buddy. This is one that you absolutely earned. Ladies, gents, hope you liked the video. Please comment below if you have anything more to bring this story to life. Thanks for checking in once again, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.